Okay, I had a very big week last week. The biggest thing is that my younger brother came home from China. That managed to happen without too big a snag. It's been a bit of a bit dramatic adjusting to him here. Adding another person, he's not used to living with family. So we've had some difficulties, but I think we're working them out. We've cleared out the back room for him, so he should be a lot better now that he has some personal space. I'm still working at the tax office, but I'm seeing an expected reduction in my hours. It's not the busy season, so they don't need me so much anymore. My tutoring boss says we're coming up on her busy season, and she asked me how many hours I'm available for. I've been looking at my schedule and coordinating with my older brother and my mother, and I really feel like I'm already tutoring almost as much as I possibly can while sharing my transportation with them. So I think I'm going to need my own transportation now. The problem is that I don't have a whole lot of good options. I'm not making enough to buy a car right now, but the family bicycle that my mother has, and she's willing to let me borrow, doesn't really have the range that I need to be able to go out and tutor. So I'm looking at getting a scooter. I have a contact through my friend Deja to be able to buy one maybe, and I was looking at the price. They're about $300 to $500, so that it would pay for itself very quickly, and they get good gas mileage. So it seems like my best option. My biggest concern is their top speed is only like 30 miles an hour, and a lot of my driving is on the highway. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but I'm going to talk to them. Maybe they go faster than I think they do. I got to hang out with Jesse last Friday. That was good for me. It had been a big, long, hard week, and it was great to be able to just hang out and have fun with some people. We went out to a Mexican restaurant. I think it's called On the Border, and it's in Cary. And then we went back to his place with him, his wife, Sean, and Danielle. I got to hang out with all of them. We had the whole gang together. We tried playing Munchkin, but I've never been a big fan of it, and I couldn't remember the flow of the game, so that didn't go too well. We moved on to Sequence, and we played couples, because there were only space for 3 people on there. So we had Jesse and Amy, and then we had Sean and Danielle, and then I was by myself because I'm single. Aw. Oh well. We also had a general good time, and it was a really restoring experience. I'm very happy to be able to hang out with them. I look forward to hanging out again, and I also look forward to a very small project that I want to work on with Jesse. I asked him if he was at least passingly interested, and he said yes, which means I'm going to nag him about it now. I met my goal of paying off my credit card, and I even had a little bit of money left over, so I'm taking a kind of touristy trip to celebrate paying off my credit card, and I'm going to the New York, New Jersey area. I'm expecting to see my friend Fancy Pants at least a little bit, and I think I've set up a kind of backdoor interview to get with an employer I interviewed with last year. So I think I might be able to finagle something out of this. I'm hoping to. At the very least, I can practice my interview skills. The other major thing that I did last week, which isn't really major, is I got to do a little bit of crafting. I put together a keyring holder. This is Miku, and this is a picture I found on the internet. I printed it out, and I printed it out a second time, and I cut out her arm, so she has her own arm. So once I find my keyring, I'll be able to have her hold it for me. Hang it up on the wall if I ever find my keyring. The other major thing that I was working on this past week, which I did that to make sure I got something done. I did this because it's awesome. This is another windmill, and this is a windmill with a working axle. That's something I've been trying to do for a little while. I finally remembered how to make an axle. I feel like so dumb because it's so simple, but oh well. Anyway, I made it. It works. The only other thing I'm going to point out is that I made the blades so that they are even with the axle. That's a very small improvement, but it's an improvement, and I felt awesome for thinking to do it. So now I can take this basic design and try to build a proof of concept generator with it. Still no progress on my solar still, but that's because I can't get out to the hardware store. So once I get out to the hardware store, I'll have more progress on my solar still design. All of these would be of interest to my potential employer, so I'm hoping I can get as many demos together as I possibly can, so at least they're fresh in my head.